my name is Ashley. Welcome to my channel, Side of the Soul. I'm an empath and I'll be imparting my messages to you that I hear from meditations. I hope the messages speak to your inner truth and help provide guidance for you. Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading. Today we'll be using the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. The cards that came out for you are the Crow in reverse, the Time Master, Middle World, Thriving, and Love. This card here is the Thriving card, and it represents the African savanna. And in the African savanna lives the tree of life, the baobab tree. And this is a prehistoric species that predates humans. It is over 200 million years old, and it has adapted, survived, and thrived in a harsh environment where so many other species have gone extinct. And the baobab can live up to 5,000 years and can reach almost 100 feet tall. It's a succulent, which means that in the rainy season it absorbs and stores water in its enormous trunk. So if you got this card, it wants you to know that you are a survivor. And not only do you survive, but you use situations that others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be the time to adapt your circumstances rather than be overcome by them. You have a remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now that's okay. Through giving to others, you are in turn nourished. This card may be urging you to step into the primordial, powerful, wild part of yourself. Doing this will increase your vitality and contribute to your overall well-being. Next, you got the Love card. So this card represents the wild rose. And roses are a universal symbol of love. And the rose was associated with Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. It was also thought to represent truth. And in Roman times, a rose was hung in meeting places with the understanding that only truth could be spoken under the rose. And in many Native American tribes, wild roses are a powerful symbol of life. So if you receive this card, what this card is trying to tell you is that love is all around you. Love is coming into your life. You are already more cherished than you can possibly know. And indeed, you are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you when you stand in the center of it all. And all is well, no matter what is happening around you. You know that you are loved and you are lovable. You know that there is nothing that you need to do to deserve love. You are enough just as you are. The Creator is love, and in the depth of your soul, you are love. In matters of heart and romance, all is healing or is already healed. And in terms of self-love, your confidence and self-esteem are growing as you take time to cherish and care for yourself. Okay, and then we have the Crow in reverse. So the crow is the keeper of universal law, the law of truth. The crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. And this winged one insists that we speak truth and that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. So be true to your word. The crow arrives just as we have convinced ourselves that we are doing we are doing is right and justified. So what this card would want you to know is that, and while this may be the case in the realm of relative truth, in the higher realm of the absolute truth, it's not. So look deeply into your heart and remain alert, lest you convince yourself of something that isn't deeply true to you, or perhaps it's not the highest truth. So, don't seduce yourself with illusions. And we have the Time Master card. Okay, so time is a construct of the human mind through which life events seem to flow in a straight line from past to future. And this, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns and fractals, and sometimes turning like a wheel, and others are moving straight as an arrow. So humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there's only so much of it to spend in a life, like a kind of currency. And at any given moment, you can see time in all of its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, then shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. So, if you receive this card, what it's trying to tell you is that when the Time Master visits you, he asks the most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you're able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power, so let go of the past and choose to step into your life. And in this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master, and anything is possible now. And lastly, we have the Middle World card. So the middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living, and it's the present moment where everything is happening. Yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it's a mirror of the invisible realms. So when things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. And when they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. So if you receive this card, what I would want you to know is that the middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. So don't hesitate. Move forward as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. The time is right, so be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease right now. And Cancer, what I heard under meditation for you was, it's okay to let love in. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading, and the decks we'll be using today are the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. The cards that came out for you are Lightning, Beauty Way, The Journey, Wonders, and Gateway. Okay, so the Wonders card represents the quartz crystal. So natural rock crystals, clear amethyst, citrine, rose, and smoky were all revered in ancient times. So the Aborigines of Australia called it maban, which was the material through which their shamans and elders gained the magical powers. And the Egyptians believed that quartz had mystical healing abilities and would bury their dead with a piece of crystal on their forehead. So if you receive this card, what I would want you to know is that just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life, so sometimes they won't be apparent at first, nevertheless they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. So celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem, and let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. And then we have the Gateway card, and this represents the Enchanted Valley. So there are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimensions is especially thin, and these places are called portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. So in mythology, they're revered as places where things beyond ordinary reality can occur. And mystics and visionaries and shamans can traverse this realm and the next through these places. So if you receive this card, it means that magic is afoot and wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand, and it's now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions of your future. So a small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. And gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. And fairies and elves are supporting you, and wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. And next we have the Lightning card. So the formidable electrical discharge of a lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by a mighty sound of thunder. This phenomenon has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche. But there's a destructive side as well, and the bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. So if you receive this card, what it would want you to know is that the forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with a new inspiration and creativity. Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. And next we have the Beauty Way card. So the Beauty Way is both a path that you travel on and a daily practice. The path is where you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as you journey through life. The practice where you take action is to bring beauty to every situation you're in. When things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to the difficult encounter. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover the hidden treasures. So if you receive this card, what I would want you to know is that the Beauty Way invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up to the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. And lastly, we have the Journey card. So the journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey's not a holiday, it's a call to be hermit-like and to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. And there are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. So if you receive this card, it wants you to know that the time to embark on the great journey is here. Don't linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. And when the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true even when you're not sure of where you're going. It's a departure that is the most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost, and another ship may not arrive for a very long time. And Scorpio, what I heard under meditation for you was, the encouragement that you seek has been there all along. Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. The decks that I'll be using today are the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. The cards that came out for you are the Coyote in reverse, the Spiral in reverse, the Smoky Mirror, Simplicity, and Fulfillment. Okay, so we have the Simplicity card here, and this represents the white feather. So imagine a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky, wafting on warm air current as it floats to the earth with simplicity and grace. Both Native Americans and Egyptians thought feathers were messages from the sky gods, and chiefs would wear feathers to symbolize their communing with the Creator. So if you receive this card, what it would want you to know is that to find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life, do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplify your life. Scan all areas and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what truly is important to you, and relinquish everything else. Don't delay, and do it now. So when your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There's too much static and too much stuff to connect to your soul. So the smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. And then we have the Fulfillment card, and this represents the laden peach tree. The peach blossoms bloom early, and because of this, it's often a symbol of spring and renewal of life. It's also the Chinese symbol of a happy marriage and a fertility, and in some traditions it stands for immortality. And ripe peaches also portend fertility, fecundity, and great fulfillment. So if you receive this card, what you'd have to know, or what it wants you to know, is that fulfillment is at hand, and no matter what is occurring in your life, put your attention on what is splendid, pleasurable, and luscious. Find bliss in the moment. Love fully, deeply, and without hesitation. And cherish your friendships. Fill your life with people, experiences, and places that give you delight. and let go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs, and if you've had any health issues, a ripe peach represents a return to better health. So savor your life with gusto and with grace, and experience and embrace life in all its permutations. And if you want to conceive a baby or a new project or start a new relationship, this card is an excellent omen for a great outcome. And then next we have the Coyote in reverse. So the coyote is a symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that the coyote brings you the opposite of what you hoped for. So the lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. So if you receive this card in reverse, it just wants you to know, or wants you to ask the question, are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Could it be that the more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you in this moment? Perhaps you feel that in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself or control others or manipulate situations to ensure your goal is met. The coyote howls in the shadows to remind you that this may be a lesson too painful to learn. So beware the shallow waters right now. Something or someone might pretend to be deep, but that doesn't make them so, no matter how seductive their superficial traits and how beautiful or sparkly they may appear. All that glitters there will not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make to change it. And then we have the spiral card in reverse. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. So the spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. So it's crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. So if you receive this card in reverse, it just wants you to know that the spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces to nature are supporting you in this endeavor. So using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral in the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back to the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. And this last card is the smoky mirror. So the smoky mirror represents the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known to the world, the mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious causality. This symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, the parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. So if you receive this card, it just wants you to know that you're invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that, past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order but challenging to fully grasp. So now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms all aspects of the human journey are celebrated, the beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. So take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts the distortion you see now. In Pisces, what I heard under meditation was, take your time and take it a step at a time.